Monday, we take a look at the market after the weekend with our team, and then we release this podcast every week on Tuesday. A little late today, and I'll tell you why. Well, I got my cool little Roadcaster video because our podcast is going to get real professional. And today I'm kind of dressed like Prof G, Scott Galloway. He's great. Maybe I'll get that good and have tons of followers. Welcome to the hot sheets. We're going to get on it. This webcam over here is a little slow, but it's a test of how we put cameras into this system. We're going to get some beautiful Sonys, and it's just going to be set up like a beautiful studio. But let's get on with it today and talk about the hot sheets and what's going on 30A. First of all, what you see here is, well, me and the webcam or me and the iPhone, and well, new listings. We're getting $5 million listings. Spears Group, Isaiah Denman put one on. And on down the line, not sorted in price order. Let's see if there's another cool one down there. Well, that $5 million one takes the cake. Let's see what went pending. Well, all right, 161 Rolling Dune. Spears Group had that one. Somebody from outside our area, agent came in and put that under contract. That's pretty cool. We like that when that happens. Nice, healthy market, and that's good for everybody. Well, anyway, oh boy, look at that. 10 Place, 910,000 under contract. I bet you that's going to close pretty close to that price. I'll bet you it'll close right at it. Here's one in NatureWalk. NatureWalk's doing good again. Prices had pulled back since the peak of the pandemic. But again, all right, 224 Canal Street. That's right here in my neck of the woods where the Jabbour Electric Group continues to be the #1 agent in Old Seagrove, bringing new homes to the market primarily. Let's go a little deeper into the hot sheets and see what's happening. Well, let's look at what closed. Not too many today, or in the last 24 hours, let's say. Here's one up in Water Sound Origins. We'll be doing our Elements of Water Sound Origins pretty soon. Here's a rental, another rental. Nothing of meaningful proportions, but here's a $1.3 million closing in NatureWalk by one of the leading agents in there forever and ever. That's great. So I've been saying for some time, as most of you know, that it's critically important to understand that my view is this market is normalizing. And it's just on a straight pace to normalizing to 2018, maybe 2019 levels of units sold. But let's look at 2026. Here you see the 57 right there. You see the 51. Last year in January, that was up 11% in unit volume. That means we're continuing to sell more homes as we've gotten past the huge pandemic peaks. Look at that median price point, 2.4 million. Doesn't tell us that prices are going up, but it certainly tells us people are buying more expensive homes right now. Now, in February, we sold 52 homes last year on 30A in the primary vacation market. We closed 10 already. Well, what does that mean? And the median price point's way down right now. Uh-oh. Well, here's what you do when you start predicting. You start looking at data. Let's take a look at data. 52 are on the books already for February to close. We'll get one or two more quick closings, I'm sure. And this data is missing usually 2 or 3. So we're going to get probably 56, 57, 58, 59 closings in February. That's more than 52 last year. So up again. Good ones too. Wow. And let's look at inventory. Because part of what I am trying to explain to people is that inventory at the absolute level has to be reviewed. Here's 2018 inventory, 608 at the start of the year. By the time we got to the end of the year, 616 in January of 2019. Nothing was wrong with that. It was a good market. We had absorption rates between 9 months and 10 months or so. That was a fine market. Nobody had any difficulty with that. Wasn't fast, wasn't slow, normal conversations. 95% of sales price, 95% sales price to list price at the time of closing. Not bad. And that's the market we're finding ourselves in now. In fact, I can look at it and I can see it. Oh, these absorption rates are very high though because we've had these big fluctuations in units sold as we came off that huge peak of the pandemic down back to more normal. Look at where we are now In January of 2026, 626 units were available for sale. Homes, beautiful ones, with 57 sold. 10.98 months of inventory. Sounds big, doesn't it? And now look, we're to 590 current inventory in the system. Hi there. I'm just testing my camera switching. This is going to be so much fun when we have our beautiful cameras and our studio lighting. 590 homes of current inventory. If we sell 60 homes, that's going to be slightly less than 10 months of inventory on the market. We are normalizing in absolute units or homes available for sale, and we get that slight uptick in volume, then we're going to be back to normal. Hey, let's take a look. That median price looked really low, didn't it? Yeah, only 1.28 so far. Where's it going? Let's look at that. 52 are under contract. If I go to the median, that's 26. Let's see where we're going to settle out on median price point. And that's why I can make these predictions of this close in. 2,150,000 or wherever that closes is about where we're going to settle in. If you look around that, you've got 2.1, 2.1, 2 million straight, 1.925. I'm guessing the median price point for February is 1.925 to $2 million, continuing to signal that more expensive homes are selling. Upward pressure on pricing is probably beginning to happen if that's the kind of buyer that's coming in here. Unit volume is stable with 2025 and even higher than 2025. And I'll tell you what, that's the hot sheets for February 10th. I hope you enjoy this off-the-cuff podcast. It's going to get better and better and cooler and cooler.